I was going to make a quick video on how I make the 511. So many questions, so many misunderstandings online. This is mulch, bark mulch. It's just called pine bark mulch, and you can get it at Home Depot and Lowe's. It's pretty dirty. It's mixed. It's an ugly product, but what you do is this is an 1/8 inch mesh, and I have it inside of a 1-inch grid have the edges raised a little bit to catch it. Just sift it off, have fun, take your time. You want to remove the tiniest bits. That's not what you want. This is what the tiniest pieces look like. It's almost dusty in there. It's the tiniest broken down bits of the bark. This is what you want. You want these pieces. Then you want to go back into it, add 20% perlite, 20% organic material. It could be compost, or it could be anything. I make my own compost. I reuse potting mixes, good quality potting soils. You can reuse them. I put them in a compost bin and heap them up. But sift it out. I just give it one gentle shake and toss it to this side. And I collect it up and go through the bag. This is a little shovel, I guess it's for kids, but it's kind of like a big trawl, something like a little garden shovel. You could use something like that. Just go through it and toss it up on your screen. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Just give it a nudge. Your smallest pieces will drop right out, and any dirt. And then these woody bits, some bags have too much of it and some don't have much at all. Remove the biggest ones. I've taken, a couple handfuls out of most of a bag. And you'll come out well more, probably 3/4, some bags 2/3. I've never seen one as bad as half. And then just sift it out a little bit. You can save the fine bits and make bonsai mix. It's used with all kinds of bonsai mixes. I use it in my blueberries in the yard. I have some blueberries growing in it that have grown like crazy. And just pour it off. It takes me a little time, but I'll go through them like that. And these bags are about $3.50 at Lowe's, I think, Home Depot. I think I got them at $2.65 even, but it's far cheaper doing this than it is buying a pre-made mix. I've given up on that. The pre-made mixes are useless. But the 511, here's a little avocado, it's growing in it. You can see how big the porosity is. And what you want it to do is to dry out thoroughly between your watering cycles, and that bark does just that. And that's what 511 is. It's 5 parts bark, 1 part perlite, and it says 1 part peat. One more mention is lime. This stuff is when you follow 511, you're going to get into the acid range. It's too much acid, and you need to add, I think it's a tablespoon of dolomite lime into about 5 gallons, 1 tablespoon per 5 gallons. And get the lime that has the trace minerals and complete minerals in it. It costs more, but in the long run it's worth it. It has some of the metals and other trace elements that plants and trees need. But this stuff grows well, here we'll take a little walk. It'll grow your citrus like nothing you've ever grown before. These are some of my little ones. And it just goes. That's a Meyer lemon. This tree is taller than me. I'm 6 foot tall, and my head comes up to about here, so we're at 7.5 feet already. And I top dressed it with a little bit of bark because it was drying too fast. Let's see if we can see down here. And this is 511. I got some bigger bits of bark on the top, but it's real porous, and that's exactly what these guys like. Anybody ever wondered what a root sucker looks like? Here's one right here. And it just shot up out of the root zone. Let's see. You can see that. Let me see. show it to you. I saw where it connected into the root. These roots were a little bit more exposed, so they're kind of barking over. Give you an idea there. That's what a sucker is, and you should remove them. But you can see it's not slowing that down too much. And here's another one. I sawed these down I took them down about 4 foot earlier in the spring. That's the cut. And they're regenerating new growth now. You see all these little shoots coming out. This one's a little behind the other one, maybe about 4 weeks slower. But that is a Persian lime from seed. And the trunk is as big around as my forearm now. So anyway, that's your 511 mix. Hope that helps some. Thank you.